been jamming out to 90s R&B all morning. Still playing right now. It's only 8:40 in the morning, but we've had seriously the most productive morning. We both woke up at 6 a.m.
We're like 6:15, baby.
Okay, we woke up at 6:15 a.m. and as soon as we got up, we both oil pulled with coconut oil. We've been meaning to do that for a while, so we finally got to it today. And then Brandon went to CrossFit at 7 a.m. and I did some yoga at home. I started the Yoga with Adrienne's boot camp. So today was day 1. I just wanted something new and I wanted a fresh start, so I'm doing that. I even printed out a calendar next to me and I'm giving myself a sticker every time I complete the yoga boot camp. Brandon came home around 8:15 from the gym and then we had breakfast together. God, so unlike me, but yesterday I just like felt this sudden urge to make some paleo banana bread. It actually was very moist and delicious. I just replaced regular flour with almond flour and then I put in an extra banana and I didn't add any sweeteners, like no sugar, no maple syrup, but the bananas were like super ripe. And then this morning they were like really fluffy, so we just drizzled like the tiniest bit of maple syrup on them and then I scrambled some eggs. Yeah, we got to like sit and talk and just discuss how good it felt to like start off our day this way. And last night we actually tidied up a ton around our place. So it was so nice to just like wake up and have you know, just a clean place. That's one less thing to like distract you from the things you want to do. I was telling Brandon like, God, can we just start every day like this and like, you know, end every night with a clean place? I would love that. God, I'm so rude. How are you guys? I hope you had a great weekend. Let me know down below if you did something cool. I'd love to read about it. I got a new student yesterday and I got to meet the family. Just to see where the parents were at and what they wanted for their child. And I also met the girl that is introducing me to this job. I'm taking over for her and she was really, really cool. We'll be starting this gig in February, so I'm really stoked for that. So last week I mentioned how I'm going to track my food habit for the week. It really has been eye-opening to see what I've been eating in terms of like all the bad stuff that's sneaking into my diet. And okay, you guys see what's highlighted? Everything that's highlighted it's all junk food or alcohol. And every day there was something. See, on Monday I had like half a bag of chips, the small bag of chips, half a bag of these other like maple syrup chips. On Wednesday when I was tutoring, my student's mom gave me 2 macarons. Oh, on Friday I went to my friend Gail's place and we were just like day drinking and eating Cheetos and goldfish crackers. And then we played Bean Boozled with Gail and her kids and Chad.
Okay. Which one do you want? No, don't harm the Aaron, please. Stop.
I don't know. I'm one of those booger is probably the booger. Yes.
Come on, baby, get that juicy pear. Get it.
Yeah. You should pick you got the mucus colored one.
Oh. What is it, baby?
Wait, let me smell it.
Let me smell.
So disgusting. I got Judy, you want some candy? Candy. Come here. Come here. You want some candy?
I really want Mr. Brandon to get the booger.
I got the booger. I got the booger.
Your dad got the booger. Go the black one. Black. Yeah, try the black.
Dude, you're so brave.
Yeah,
So
Judah,
brave.
you are the man.
What could the black be?
Skunk spray or licorice.
What?
What is
Let me smell. Let me smell.
Oh my God, that's so. Oh my! Somebody smell it. Somebody smell it. Let them.
And what else? I had candy, and then on Saturday, more goldfish crackers. Good, this is a good wake-up call for me. I would be so much healthier without all this stuff. I also kept track of one thing a day that I really appreciated about Brandon, and this exercise was really great for me because it wasn't even me trying really hard. It's not like I had to dig really hard to find one thing that I liked about him, but because I was staying alert to this intention, anytime he did something, I feel like it just resonated deeper with me. So on Monday, Brandon came home and, he was just really, really focused on what he wants to do to like lead his team at work. And if I want to think about it negatively, it's more like, okay, well, you just got home from work, can you please leave work at work? Like, I'm not like that with him at all. But, sometimes it's like, maybe I want to talk about something else, or sometimes he doesn't want to talk about work. But in that moment, like, I really appreciated just how much he cares. So I got to see his heart in that situation. So on Tuesday, he shared some really eye-opening perspective on how to hug your haters, how to deal with your haters, because you can't expect everyone to love you. And then on Tuesday night, I actually ended up breaking my bag pin. You know the little thing that I use on my backpack? And this top part just snapped off. And what I think happened is, when I drive, I keep my backpack in the passenger seat. When I get out of the car, instead of walking over to the passenger seat and then taking out my bag from that side, I just kind of grab it from the driver's seat. And I think the bag pin kept getting caught on the e-brake. And, obviously I wasn't thinking about that, so I would just pull the bag really hard and it would get caught. And I wonder if that over time just like made it snap. I don't know, but I told Brandon about it, and then I woke up Wednesday morning and he'd already left for work and I got up a little late. But yeah, I went over to my backpack and he like switched out my broken one with his and just left my bag on my seat. And I don't know, I just felt really loved in that situation. I don't know why I feel shy talking about Brandon, because he's home right now. And then on Thursday, Brandon went to Toastmasters. How would you describe Toastmasters? Is it just like it's like a gathering where you practice public speaking?
They say it's for public speaking and leadership.
Brandon's been wanting to go for a while. His one and only time that he's been there, it was like 2 years ago. And it's after a long day of work and he didn't want to go, but I was like, hey, just go. You want to go. And then he went and he had a great time. And yeah, I really appreciated his commitment to just go, even though you don't feel like it, right? Another cool thing about it was the people that were in his group, English is all a second language for them, but for them to just step out and just be confident and trying to speak English and presenting topics in front of other people, like, really encouraged him. Because he kind of struggles at work in terms of having to present stuff in Korean, because Korean's his second language. So yeah, that was great for him. Bye.
I love you.
Love you too. On Friday, he shared how appreciative he is of my relationship with Gail. And that really meant a lot to me, because a person has to be so lucky to have those rare friendships where you click on such a deep, like, in your core soul level. And I really feel like I have that with Gail. So one thing that Brendan kept emphasizing when he was telling me about this is that, he was just saying how loving and accepting I am of other people. So because I understand God's grace to a certain level in my life, I guess without even me knowing, it's not much work for me to extend that to other people. If I know someone's hurting or they're going through something hard, like, my heart just breaks. It's not something that I have to force myself to feel. It just comes over me. I'm not trying to make myself a saint here or anything. That's just kind of like how I've always operated, I guess. But Brandon really, he really called it out. It's ironic how easily I accept and love other people, but I cannot do that for myself. Like, I have such a hard time accepting and loving myself. If I had a friend that was going through something scary or pushing through discomfort, and if that person felt stupid, like, I would never tell my friend, oh my gosh, you shouldn't do that, you kind of suck, or laugh at that person, right? But it's like, why do I do that to myself? Why am I so mean to myself? I really want to rework my brain so that I can really eliminate this negative self-talk. So these were my thoughts Friday afternoon. I never talked to Brandon about it. And then Friday evening, after we hung out with Chad and Gail and the kids on our walk home, that's what he shared with me. The irony of the love and the grace that I freely give to others but can't give myself. So I really appreciated him in that moment, and it just brought another level of awareness to something that I was already kind of thinking about. Oh, Wow, I feel like I've just spent a ton of time talking about that one thing, but if you guys are still here, wow, you're amazing. Even I'm like, stop talking, Jennifer. You see this negative self-talk thing? It's like, you guys are my friends and I want to share these innermost thoughts with you, but here I am getting in my own way of doing that. I don't know. But regardless, if you guys are still here and you're listening to me, just thank you. I really mean that. I just wanted to really emphasize what a great exercise this was for me to just keep looking for things to be grateful for on a daily basis. Just one thing. And for me, you know, I chose my husband. It was a great experiment and I would love to continue to do this actually. I wanted to give you guys an update on my mason jar challenge. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the mason jar challenge, I talked about it in another morning chat where every week you just put in $1 more than the previous week, and putting aside money a little bit at a time every single week is going to compound into something great. And by the end of this year, 2016, if you have saved the suggested amount, you should have $1,378 at the end of the year. So the suggestion I received from, I think, 1 or 2 viewers is, instead of putting away $1 the first week of January and then $2 the second week of January, maybe a less painful approach would be to actually start bigger. So start from the bottom here. The last week of this year, you're supposed to put in $52. And you know, that is around the holidays, so it might be a little bit more painful to put in more money. Instead, I am starting from down here. So the first week of January, I put in $52. The second week, I put in $51. This week, I'm going to put in $50. So week by week, the amount that I'm actually putting in is decreasing by $1 instead of increasing by $1. And all the red numbering here is just so that I don't get confused. So instead of week 52, it actually says week 1, 2, 3, and then I just swapped all of the numbers. If you are still really confused by what I am saying, go ahead and watch that morning chat where I kind of explain how to do this. I'm going to put 5만 won, which is 50,000 won, which is equivalent sort of to $50. And this is what is going into my mason jar for this week. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see this grow, and we're still in the midst of planning what we're gonna spend this money on. And we're thinking about taking a readcation, and that's a little nickname that we gave to a vacation that we want to take where we're just in a warm place on a beach, and all we're gonna do is eat, sleep, work out, and read. Man, you guys, I am not even done sharing the things I need to share with you, but I have to head to work. So I'm gonna come back in the afternoon to continue this morning chat, okay? I should listen to 90s R&B every morning. I'm in such a good mood.